High school seniors usually learn civics and argument writing in a controlled environment. The textbook offers perfectly packaged historical scenarios where the facts are settled and the answers are clear. But actual legal practice is a constant collision of messy, completely contradictory evidence. Real constitutional law is always volatile. When human beings are hit with thousands of pages of conflicting testimonies and raw data, our brains panic. To survive the overload, we instinctively fall back on psychological shortcuts to make sense of the noise. To win a complex case, an attorney must identify and override the internal psychological shortcuts that distort their interpretation of the evidence. This is why we built The Theory. It is a 14-day, live-fire legal simulation engineered specifically for 12th grade classrooms. We hand students a massive documentary record and assign them to a 4-attorney litigation team. Their objective is to build a trial theory for a complex equal protection challenge against a school district's discipline policy. This simulation does not grade performative public speaking or mock trial acting. It strictly tests a team's ability to navigate an overwhelming, heavily contested paper trail. By forcing students into this high-pressure environment, the curriculum operates as a stress test. It exposes their internal biases in real time, long before the trial actually begins. On day 2, the team hits their first obstacle, the psychological trap of anchoring, which manifests as the working theory. This visualization shows the conflict. Quantitative statistics point to racial disparities in suspension rates, while messy human testimonies offer a different narrative. Watch what happens when a student reads the chart first. Their brain latches on to that initial evidence, anchoring their entire mindset to it. Once a preliminary theory takes hold, the team instinctively filters out the critical, contradictory facts hidden in the rest of the case file. By day 6, the team encounters a second obstacle as they review historical legal precedent: outcome bias. This network map illustrates how students instinctively process past court decisions. They immediately categorize every case into 2 columns, based entirely on the verdict, win or loss. This focus on the result erases the complex legal reasoning that connects those precedents together. When you judge a legal precedent solely by who won, instead of understanding why the court ruled that way, you build a trial strategy that collapses under the first cross-examination. The pressure peaks on days 5 and 9, the inflection days. Here, the team must legally bind themselves to a specific trial theory in writing. This creates a ripe environment for the framing effect. The loudest voice in the room can easily dominate the conversation, prematurely trapping the entire group in an unearned consensus. To defend against this, the curriculum enforces a strict operational rule. Mandatory independent reasoning must occur before any group caucus is allowed. Every single student, regardless of their specific role on the team, is required to write and commit to their own individual legal frame first. Forcing that independent reading prior to group synthesis is the only reliable way to shatter groupthink. It ensures the collective legal strategy they eventually build is bulletproof. Just as the team finalizes their strategy, the ultimate complication arrives: stakeholder pushback. A real-world objection surfaces from a parent who explicitly declined to join the lawsuit. This objection upends the team's entire premise. Suddenly, the abstract legal theory on their screens carries severe, real-world human consequences. The students are forced to recognize the actual families impacted by their strategic choices. The highest level of legal practice requires a team to sit with that tension. They have to recognize and hold the weight of human consequences that the law itself cannot neatly resolve. This brings us to the final deliverable. We replace the traditional multiple-choice civics test with a comprehensive trial theory memo. The hardest requirement of this memo is self-scrutiny. The team must explicitly state the strongest possible objection to their own case, and then systematically defend their strategic choices against it. For the educator, this complex simulation is fully engineered as a plug-and-play system, complete with daily rubrics and exact pacing cards. The 4-role format guarantees no student can hide in group work. It aligns directly with Common Core English Language Arts standards for complex argument writing and evaluating rhetoric. The theory asks high school seniors to stop reading about the law and start navigating its ethical and strategic realities. Bring the simulation to your classroom today at patiencelearning.com.